We are just watching a few showers starting to trek into parts of the tri-state area right now. Our clouds and radar image showing you that not everyone is seeing the clouds quite yet, not even the rain, of course. Where we do see the rain, going to include parts of Butler County, parts of Franklin County, and generally speaking, north of Cincinnati. That's where we're expecting most of the impact to be had today through the afternoon as well. And you can see that the green there kind of losing a little bit of its steam as it gets closer to the area. And that's because you got really dry air in place here by the surface. And so those northwesterly winds, that fall-like feel, is actually fighting off this chance for some rain. And I mean a chance. Not everyone's going to be seeing it today. Remember that most of us are going to be remaining entirely dry with this mostly dry air in place. Now, I do want to stress that while we are noticing a little bit of rain today, there are better chances into your 7-day forecast, which we'll unpack that here in just a few minutes. But taking a good look here at where the rain stands. So get rid of the clouds. I'm just showing you some radar images. We do have light rain in parts of Franklin, Butler counties, so around 27, around State Route 52 in southeastern Indiana, and getting close to the 74 corridor, but the heavier rain has yet to arrive. That's a little bit closer to I-70, just north of Connorsville. And you can see the yellows there. I'm not seeing any strikes of lightning with this one, but we can't rule it out. Maybe some stronger winds as well. And the rain is good. With a lot of us have, or at least I've noticed the sprinklers out working on the grass. Maybe you see it in the trees as well, or your flowers. You're seeing a little bit of stress out there. And that's because we have settled into abnormally dry conditions here around the tri-state. If you had to compare it to this time last year and to the forecast for last year, while we talk about drought, it's not going to be as extreme as last year was. I just want to preface this by saying that. But you'll notice parts of Adams County, including Vanceburg, just across the river from Adams County, underneath a moderate drought. This is updated every Thursday, and so this is the most recent update. But again, a bigger picture here. Not everyone under that abnormally dry category, which is the lowest category you can possibly be in if you are within drought conditions, but again, it's not even considered a drought quite yet, just the yellow that you see there. It includes parts in most of northern Kentucky, parts of Switzerland County, Ripley County, the very north or southwestern tip, excuse me, and then east of I-71 here in southwestern Ohio. And again, we cannot compare the setup for this year and the forecast for this year to last year. It's in the data. You see it right here. We're dry, but we're not that dry. Look at last year's summer rainfall totals, just over 5 inches of rain through August 27th. But this day, or yesterday, and this year, we're basically at 13 inches. It's over double the amount of rain that we saw yet this time last year. So we're not too worried about drought conditions worsening before they improve, which is the good news. And again, we do have rain in the forecast. We do have rain in the area right now and more substantial rain into next week's forecast too. We just wanted to give you that first alert in case you saw headlines about drought conditions starting to settle on and kind of debunk that and let you guys know that it's not going to be as bad as last year, not even comparable to last year. Speaking of comparisons, like yesterday morning, this morning, many of us dropped into the upper 40s. Batesville, 48, same with Hillsborough, Lunken Airport. Middletown takes the cake, 46 is where you guys dropped to this morning, and they've rebounded quite nicely into the middle 70s. Some of us still in the middle 60s, where we see that cloud cover and a little bit of a rain cooling effect. We still see the 60s. In your forecast for today, 76, your forecast high here in Cincinnati. You're very close to that forecast high. And so as the rain pulls on in from the northwest, it'll put a cap on that heat. So scattered afternoon storms, yes, storms in the forecast, again from the north and the west, weakening as they approach the metro area, but maybe a few rumbles of thunder possible. Nothing strong or severe with highs only in the middle 70s throughout the heat of the day. Keep in mind, we're supposed to be in the middle 80s for this time of year, so the cooler than average trend continues. I like showing this map because we are starting to come off the summer months, which means those average high temperatures, which is what you see right here, are going to start to drop. So perhaps it feels more like a late September afternoon compared to a late August afternoon. The sunrise for today, 7:03, into sunset for today, 8:14. So still over 12 hours of daylight technically, but we're losing over 2 minutes of daylight a day, and we're going to be seeing these sunsets between 7 and 8 o'clock in the evening within the next 11 days. 4 days to Labor Day. In case you forgot, the holiday weekend is basically here. Fall, 25 days away from the official start of fall, and Halloween not too far away as well, 64 days from that. Stepping out the door tomorrow morning, maybe a little bit of a spooky look, fall-like look to it, because we are tracking just a little bit of fog tomorrow. Nothing too extreme, just you'll notice it especially around the low-lying areas, the valleys and the waterways, mid-50s, so grab a jacket in the morning. The afternoon, you will not need it with the mid-70s. There is a slim rain chance tomorrow, but if you had to compare it to today and your Labor Day weekend ahead, it's really not bad at all. It's just a slim rain chance, again, from the north, losing steam as it crosses into the tri-state. But if you're tuning in from Fayette, Union, Franklin, Butler, even Warren and Clinton counties, you just cannot rule out a shower in the early part of the day. We're saying overnight into Friday, and then later in the day, that chance will exist for those in northern Kentucky. Again, a very light shower possible there towards the afternoon. So planning out your day tomorrow, your football Friday, if you will. Foggy to start in some spots, mid-50s, and cooler in others. Mostly cloudy skies leads into the upper 70s for the heat of the day, and just a slim rain chance. It's about a 20% chance that you'll see a light shower. Nothing to cancel any plans, nothing to cancel any games by all means. And the football forecast for the game of the week, which Fox 19 now, game of the week, Reading hosting the Batavia Bulldogs. And of course your forecast, once again, just a slim rain chance there towards kickoff, 73 degrees, a 20% chance if you wanted to put a number to it. And then by the end of the game, that chance will dwindle to a 10% as temperatures drop into the 60s. And your Labor Day weekend ahead is looking dry, mostly dry and comfortable. I feel like for Labor Day, we usually either get some storms rolling on through or the extreme heat. And this year we're kind of lucking out. We're getting comfortable sunshine in mid-70s for your Saturday, low 80s for Sunday, Monday, and those overnight lows pretty normal into the low 60s. We're going to be noticing some increasing clouds late in the day on Labor Day, leading into our next chance for some showers, which is going to be in the middle of next week. Let's track today's showers here on your weather timeline, again from the north, and we're seeing these push into the tri-state over the next hour or so. You see there's still some embedded moderate showers as this line of showers does approach the metro area. I do think we'll get some rain here in Cincinnati. It just won't be a lot. In those south and east of Cincinnati, we'll get the least amount of rain. As we see night falling, the chance for showers will diminish, and we will notice as we wake up tomorrow just a little bit of fog trying to develop some patches here and there around the area waterways. Leading into a mostly dry Friday, we'll see the clouds, I should say the fog will burn off, the cloud cover will clear as we see the early afternoon, and then as we get into the late afternoon, we're going to watch for some showers to pop up south of Cincinnati into northern Kentucky. I'll show you on another model here because this one's not handling it very well right now. But this one that I'm about to show you shows the line of showers popping up just south of Cincinnati. Here's the afternoon there on Friday. Notice it's a very light green. Not expecting much impact at all, but if you're traveling down towards Louisville, parts of central Kentucky, Lexington, you might increase your chances of seeing some showers on Friday. No chance for rain on Saturday. Here's the early afternoon. Mostly clear skies, some passing clouds overnight into Sunday, which looks equally pleasant, just a little bit warmer. Mostly sunny skies, leading into a nice dry stretch of cooler than average weather. So 6 to 10 day outlook here. So that's September 3rd through the 7th. So this is beyond Labor Day weekend. This is next week. Still looking cooler than average for those temperatures, and average for this time of year is in the middle 80s. So expect those highs to be anywhere from the middle 70s to the low 80s, or at least the mid 80s in some spots. And we're noticing a little bit of rain coming in as well. So this is also my reason for not being too worried about the abnormally dry conditions that we've settled into, because we continue to watch the precip outlook, and we continue to see green over Cincinnati, and the models do support it as well. So not too concerned about any drought conditions worsening before they do get better. Today, 76, scattered afternoon storms from the north. So we've noticed plenty of dry time too, And you'll notice that sunset around 8:15 tonight. 57 fog possible. Grab a jacket for the early morning. Give yourself some extra time with it, just a little bit of fog across the area. Tomorrow itself, your Friday forecast, 78 degrees. A slim afternoon chance of some showers. That's going to be mainly south of the Ohio River in northern Kentucky and central Kentucky. Sunset at 8:13 tomorrow. And here's your first alert extended forecast, unpacking what your Labor Day weekend looks like, which fantastic. Doesn't get much better than this. Perhaps the last weekend that you can get out to the pool. It won't be exactly pool-worthy weather, but it will be dry and it will be sunny is the good news after Thursday and Friday. So today and tomorrow, got some showers, or chances for showers in the afternoons. Saturday, Sunday, temperatures briefly drop back into the mid-70s for Saturday, with comfortable sunshine. Sunday, we do warm up again. We do make a run for somewhat normal temperatures towards Tuesday of next week, ahead of our next chance for some showers, which Tuesday, Wednesday afternoons have a slim rain chance, but I'm seeing Thursday as that day in which we actually see some impactful weather, some showers and storms, a cold front that will tumble those temperatures once again from the middle 80s to the middle to low 70s. So, we've been calling this stretch of weather that we're in right now false fall, and then we're going to return back to some somewhat normal temperatures by early next week, but then we go right back into a false fall forecast, and with temperatures in the outlook looking cooler than average, I'm not seeing any summer-like heat that you need to know about for the immediate forecast. We'll of course let you know should anything change, but that's just what things are looking like. Fall, a little bit of summer, and back to fall. Go ahead and see if any questions coming on in today. Susan's tuning in. Is everyone crying in the weather station today? We are all going to be so sad missing Steve. Glad you will be here. Thank you, Susan. That's really kind of you to say. And we're all, it's a mixed bag of emotions, right? Because Steve has been here for, forever. And he's just had such an impact on television here in Cincinnati, and I'm sure the lives of everyone at home as well. He was your guy to go to. I grew up watching him, and it's been such a pleasure being able to work under him. Even if it was just for a little bit, it has been the best time ever. So definitely a roller coaster over here, but it's good. He's so excited, and we are so excited for him. I'm not seeing any other questions related to the forecast this afternoon, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off of here, but thank you so much for tuning in this Thursday afternoon. Get excited for a beautiful weekend ahead, and thanks so much for tuning in. There it is, my sign-off screen. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your Thursday.